Think about something you used to want, not something small, something real. A version of your life that you imagined clearly when you were young and then slowly, quietly set aside. Maybe you still think about it sometimes, late at night. Maybe you told yourself, not yet, someday, later. There's an expression for that in English, on the back burner. On a stove, the back burner is where you move something when you can't give it your full attention. The flame is lower, but it's still on. It's still there. Hold that feeling, because this entire drama is about a woman who lived her whole life with something on the back burner. And what happened when? At the very end, she finally turned up the heat. Welcome back to English with Bruce. Today, we're going to feel something and learn English at the same time. The Netflix drama, When Life Gives You Tangerines, spans 50 years, from Jeju Island in the 1950s to Seoul in the 2000s. Oh Ae-sun, a rebellious, brilliant girl who wants to be a poet. Yang Kwan-shik, a quiet, steady man who has loved her since he was 10 years old. They marry, they have children, they face poverty, loss, and 50 years of an imperfect, extraordinary life together. The original Korean title is Toksak Sogasuda, a Jeju dialect phrase meaning you work so hard. Netflix named it When Life Gives You Tangerines. Lemons become tangerines because on Jeju, that's the fruit that grows. That's the sourness that's handed to you. And somehow, these two people make something warm with it. Now, let's talk about what that actually costs. Ae-sun cannot go to school the way men can. She cannot leave the island the way men can. The world tells her, not once, but consistently, that her dreams are an unaffordable luxury. So she keeps her notebooks hidden, sacred. She writes poetry when no one is watching. And she puts the rest of it, the publication, the recognition, the life she imagined, on the back burner. For decades, she raises her daughter. She stretches money that isn't there. She fights battles that history won't record. And in English, we have a second expression for exactly this: a dream deferred. American poet Langston Hughes wrote a poem called Harlem, and it opens with a question that has haunted readers for 75 years. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up? Does it rot? Does it explode? Ae-sun's answer across 50 years is none of those things. A dream deferred can survive. It can wait inside you, patient and intact, if you refuse to let it die. Near the end of her life, she tells her daughter, I've lived an extraordinary life in my own way. Don't pity the life I've lived. And at the very end of the drama, Kwan-shik helps her publish her poetry, his final act of love, 50 years in the making. The dream was never gone. It was only deferred. Now, Kwan-shik, he is not a romantic hero in any conventional sense. He doesn't make speeches. He doesn't know what to do when Ae-sun cries. He is quiet in a way that can look from the outside like indifference. He is not indifferent. Watch what he does. He builds a house with his own hands. He raises the children without complaint. When Ae-sun's family rejects her, he stays. When they lose a child, he stays. When she is proud and wounded and impossible to reach, he stays. He never says, I love you, in the way the drama frames it as significant. He doesn't need to, because there's an expression in English that Kwan-shik embodies. Actions speak louder than words. Think about the people in your life who have actually shown you they care. Not told you, shown you. That's this expression. And that's this man. But there's a second expression, even more specific, to show up. Showing up sounds simple. It isn't. Most people disappear when things get difficult. They have reasons. They have their own problems. They'll be there later when it's easier. Hwan-sik shows up when it is hardest every time for 50 years. And when he dies, quietly in a hospital in Seoul, the scene is brief, almost shockingly so. The drama doesn't linger. It doesn't need to, because we have spent 50 years watching this man show up. And we understand in that quiet moment exactly what the world has just lost. There is a third character who carries this drama's deepest wound, Keum-myung, the daughter. She grew up watching her parents sacrifice. She leaves Jeju. She builds her own life in Seoul, a modern life, an educated life, the life her parents bled to give her. And for years, she hasn't seen them. Not really. They're just her parents. They're background. They are permanent. They will always be there. She takes them for granted. We all do this. It is one of the most human failures there is. We take for granted the people who quietly love us, the ones who show up without asking for recognition, the ones who put their dreams on the back burner so we can have ours. Then one day, Keum-myung goes back to Jeju, and she sees them, finally, not as authority figures, not as parents, as two people, a woman who wanted to be a poet, and a man who loved her for 50 years without needing her to change, who gave everything they had so their daughter could have more. That moment, a child finally seeing her parents, is the emotional center of the entire drama. And we feel it so hard because we recognize it, because most of us are Keum-myung. We began our discussion of this drama with a question. Something you used to want, a version of your life you quietly set aside. Now you have the language for it, on the back burner, set aside, but not forgotten. A dream deferred, delayed, not destroyed. Actions speak louder than words. What you do matters more than what you say. To show up, to be there, to support, to take for granted, to stop appreciating what you have. These are not just expressions. They are the architecture of most lives, if we're honest. I'll leave you with Esun's line, the one that stays. She is old. She is looking back at 50 years of compromise, and grief, and small joys, and love that was never simple. And she says, I've lived an extraordinary life in my own way. Not the life she planned, not the poet the world might have known, but extraordinary in her own way. Go watch When Life Gives You Tangerines. Toksak Sogatsuda with your parents if you can. And tell me in the comments in English, what is one dream you've put on the back burner? I read every single one. Thank you for being here. See you next time.